Welcome everybody in another episode of Aristos Garage. Today I'm going to work about an oil leak from the Valve cover. So, when you want to start working by yourself in your car, it's a good idea to buy a service manual. Service manual is very useful and it allows you to keep your money with you. You don't have to spend so much money in a service or mechanics. So you can do lots of things by yourself, and yeah, that's it. So interesting is that in my problem that I have in my car, that this book doesn't say much about the problem in this engine and how to remove some parts to get to the valve cover. So I will see what can I do, because they said that I may need some special tools for Opel. So we'll see how far can I go using common tools, and yeah, so let's check this out and let's get to work. Firstly, always when you are going to do the work at your engine that is connected with electrical installation, remove battery to avoid short circuit. Remember to remove the negative pole first, because it causes turning of the ground. Then you can take battery out from the engine bay, giving yourself more space to work. Be careful, because it often causes deleting data from electronic systems, such as radio's code. So as you can see, again I found some racks, and well, they will be useful as I'm going to work about an oil leak, so I think I will use them quite often. It is a good idea to remove plastic panels in front of the engine bay as well, for more space and making your work easier. So now we have to remove intake manifold. To do this, I have to disconnect the pipes from the cold air intake and also some other wires. So let's get to work. Loosen up the ties and pull pipes out. Sometimes you may need to use a flat screwdriver if rubber became hard. Remember to be very careful when you are taking off the throttle cord, because if you bend it, it's possible that it will break. So remember about it always when you are removing it and working about some parts of cars which need taking it off. I have to remove this pipe and those two pipes, because if I remove these, fluid that is cooling the engine will leak, so I will need to put a ball here and take it to the ball, so I won't spill it anywhere. So as I said, I thought that those racks will be helpful, and they are. Actually, I will plug holes in resonator of the air, because I'm going to unplug some two pipes with cooling fluid inside, so some fluid may come out, and I don't want to it goes to resonator. So it's better to plug everything and avoid any problems. Sometimes it is easier to use a bottle to take a cooling fluid. Although it looks tasty, drinking it is not a good idea. Remember to unplug all wires that are connected with intake manifold. If you worry that you won't be able to find out where each one goes, you can use some colorful tape to mark them. As pipes, wires and throttle cord are disconnected and you collected some cooling fluid, it is time to unscrew a pipe from brake servo and remove using some flat screwdriver 4 engine crank chambers vent pipes. Pull out few plugs and unscrew the upper part of intake manifold so you can take it off. If you have to leave your work, put some cloth onto the engine so nothing will fall inside. It is a good idea to take off old O-rings and put new ones. Then plug all holes using small pieces of cloth, fitting them nice and tightly. Those are high voltage cables after sitting in water for a quite long time. It is easy to guess that engine couldn't work properly with so much water all over them. You can dry those places with a cloth on your screwdriver, but later leave hose plugged with cloth so they will dry up when the weather is nice, or use compressed air to blow it out. Alright, so now you can see how much water was inside the engine. In the place where wires with high voltage goes into spark plugs, and it couldn't work well. It was wet, it was damp, and the engine had problems with working on all cylinders. It was easy to be heard, and the engine was burning some gas in the exhaust system. So after the water is pulled out, it should work much better. But it's not the end of works. I have to check out why the water gets in, and I have to repair the oil leaks. So I have still lots of work now. I'm going to try take off the valve cover, because why I'm going to try. The main problem is that the engine bay is really full of all stuff all over engine, and it's really tight, so it's not that easy to get to the valve cover. I may have to remove the other part of the intake main fluid, so that will mean much more work. And remember about the intake, if you have to take off the upper part, remember to plug all holes with some rags. It's important to be clean rags, because if something, I don't know, anything, if something falls into, then you may have about even 2 days of work when you are going to try to pull it out. So it's losing just time. So let's keep it safe and plug it so nothing will happen. And now it's time to try to take out the valve cover. We will see what I can do. Alright, so I unscrewed all bolts, 6 of them. It was pretty easy, and it shouldn't be a problem for you if you are working at your Opel Omega or Vauxhall Omega or Cadillac Catera or whatever. But 2 of them were problematic. They were hid under the part of intake main fluid, and I wanted to use some Torx, but Torx tools were too high to fit there. So I use another key. I'm not sure which one it was. Just try any tools you have. Remember to be careful and it should work. So only 2 bolts from 8 were a problem, because as I said, it's really tight there, and it's a problem to fit any tool. So I wish you luck with it, because it's not a big problem, but it takes some time. So yeah, now it's time to try take off the valve cover. It's interesting, because when I was searching some information on a forum of Opel Amiga, I found out that the guy took off the whole intake manifold. So I did it, and we'll see if I really will have to, because I don't want to do it. It will take more time, and I want just to repair an oil leak, and I hope it's unnecessary. So we'll see. Let's go to work. Alright, so it seems like I have to take out the whole intake manifold. Let's get to work. We'll see how much I can do today. You may have to unplug wires from fuel injectors or its main plug somewhere in the back of the engine. Alright, so now that's the epic moment. I have to put all bolts in the intake manifold, and as you can see, it's moving, and that means I can take off the valve cover. And finally, it came off. Ooh, alright. Some maneuvers and finally. It's lots of work to take it out. So I'm working here for over an hour, and finally I got it. So yeah, I got it, and here it is. And you can see here a silicone. I mean, it's, we'll see. As you can see, it's black one. I guess maybe recommended by General Motors. We'll see, and I think that caused the leak. So let's check this out. So this is the reason why there was an oil leak. This part should be in the same way as on the right, because if you look here, this was how it was installed in the car, and it was bent like this, so it wasn't able to hold the oil, and the oil was leaking out from that side. So as you can see, I will have to buy everything brand new and just put it all together, and it should stop leaking. Also, it's a good idea, and honestly you should do it to try to see a crank box ventilation, because if you don't check it, then it's possible that the oil leak will appear once again. So it's better to check everything and be sure that it won't happen again, because it's dirty and nasty problem. Alright, so let me show you what's wrong with the spark plug. You can see here this small lake. There you can see a spark plug and it is all in water. That means, look at this. Let me show you. I'm not sure. You can see that there is lots of water. It's moving, and the spark wire was all in the water, so the car wasn't running on the whole 6 cylinders. It's not that easy to check which one cylinder is not working. If you got 6, 8 or more cylinders, then it's still working quite nicely, because if you got a 4-cylinder engine, then you can clearly check which one is not working, and that the whole engine is not working on the all cylinders, because if V6 is working on the 5 cylinders, then it's much easier to find out. That's all for this episode. In the next one I will be showing you the rest of works, so subscribe, comment, rate.